Alright, what's going on, you guys? Sorry I've been gone so long. What has it been, like, month and a half, 2 months, something like that. I've just been working so much overtime lately that, on the rare occasion I'm actually at home, I've just had, zero interest in doing YouTube, so that's kind of where I've been all this time. It's not for lack of wanting to, it's just been like, fuck that. I'm home, I just want to chill. So that's just kind of the situation, the way it's been here lately. I've actually got a pretty decent stack of CDs to get through today. Some of it I've had for a while, some of it's fairly new, and some of it's been in the collection so long I almost forgot all about it. So it's like I've got to show this, got to talk about this right now. I am feeling pretty under the weather. I don't know if it's a head cold, sinus infection, whatever. So I want to try to make this as undisgusting as possible. I'm pretty much mouth breathing right now. I can't breathe it at all through my nose. So living on Vicks Vapor Rub, and it's helping somewhat. So we'll go ahead and try to knock this out. I'll try to be as quick as I possibly can, but I mean it's a pretty decent stack. I think I've got about, I don't know, about 12 in here to talk about, but there's some of them that's got a lot of stuff I really want to get into. So the sooner I get over this fucking whatever it is, the better. I don't know if I even showed this. I've had this one for so long. I've had this one like 6 months now at this point. So if I didn't show it, here it is. We're listening to Ghastly-Death Velour. Awesome finished death metal. Definitely one of my favorites of this year thus far. If I did show this, sorry for showing it again, but I really don't think I did. So I mean, I'm pretty sure this has been one of those that I've just been trying to get to forever and just never have. And I specifically remember writing it down saying, okay, I got to show this one next, and it kept getting pushed back. So my mind is so shot right now. If I showed this, I'm sorry, but if I didn't, here it is. So there you go. I'll give it its just due in that sense that it's been pushed back for so long. Well, fuck, we'll at least listen to it. The first official one we have is something I just kind of stumbled across, and I was really happy to find this, and it's really, really good. It's just a little mini album from, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Dauþuz, I believe, fuck, what's the name of this, Zwerges Fluch. I'm probably fucking that up supremely, but anyway, that roughly translates to the Dwarf's Curse. Their whole shtick is like, kind of like, I don't want to say ancient, but traditional mining, like going down with pickaxes and fucking shovels and shit, and just kind of whatever you're mining with, diamonds or whatever. From what I gathered, they're all about like traditional European mining. It's really good German black metal. It's pretty straightforward, so there's nothing really that stands out in terms of it being super unique. But I mean, it's got a lot of the really high-pitched howls, really good vocals. Everything just sounds great. It's a really good listen. I think there's only 5-6 songs on here, so I would definitely go check this out if you can. I'm fairly certain I got this for pretty cheap. It's just a little digipack, and every bit of the lyrics and everything else it's trying to tell me is all in German, so I can't speak a damn word of it. Came out on, how do you pronounce this, Naturmacht Productions. So go check them out if you want to get a copy of this. I'll definitely leave a link. And see if you can go get this, man. It's a really good little short mini album, little mini CD or whatever. Really cool. This was one of the ones that I've had since the beginning of the year and just forgot all about it. It's not that I didn't listen to it. It just kind of got, it's just one of those that just kept getting pushed back. Hang on. It's in subgenre that I just don't really listen to that much, and I don't know why. It's not because I don't like it. It's just one of those weird things that's like, why don't I ever listen to this anymore, or listen to it more than what I actually do, which is fucking rare. Anyway, killer grindcore album. This is Mesrine, something like that. Source of Hatred. I believe this is their 5th overall full length, and this band has put out a fuck ton of splits. They've put out splits with fucking everybody. But yeah, 5 full lengths since like 99 or something like that when they formed. And just like you look at their discography, it's like split. I mean, it just goes down the line. Band's out of Quebec. There's really nothing fancy about it. It's just straightforward grindcore. If you've heard grindcore, you've heard this. But I'm not saying that to kind of deter you from it. It's just not that. I mean, I don't want to say it's not good. It's just nothing you haven't heard before, but it's still a really cool album. I really enjoyed it. I actually like kind of pulled this one off the shelf. I was like, oh fuck, I've been meaning to talk about that. You know, the time is now, so I want to go ahead and do that. But yeah, man, really cool album. It's on PRC Music. Forgot to tell you that. I think this came out last year actually, but whatever. This is one that I've heard a lot of people pegging for their album of the year, and I'm not saying that it, you know, it sucks or anything. It's like, I think it's really good. I just wouldn't go that far with it. I don't know. I mean, the more I listen to it, the more it grows on me, so who knows. I'm going to try to pronounce this, and I'm probably going to fuck it up, but whatever. What is this? Moenen of Xezbeth? I guess. Whatever. If I fucked it up, I'm sorry. Ancient Spells of Darkness. Brand new album on Nuclear War Now. And it's really cool, man. It's pretty straightforward black metal with a lot of very heavy emphasis on synth work. Lots of synth stuff going on. I don't want to say it's like black metal with, you know, dungeon synth. It's kind of the way it feels, but I don't know. It just kind of does something a little bit different for me. This one actually comes with a bonus CD of their Dawn of Morbid Sorcery, which I believe was just a demo they put out. So that's all this down here. Is it a bonus disc? No, it's just a bonus on the CD. I'm sorry. There's the inside, and I really love the artwork too. I mean, it's like something Perverted Ceremony would have, which I don't think this is like an actual ancient artwork. It could be, but fuck, I don't know. One thing I do kind of like about this, and a lot of times I don't, is it just comes with absolutely nothing. There's really nothing to look at outside of this photo and, you know, the art and that. And it's kind of a cool thing in this sense because it gives you an excuse to kind of lose yourself in it, and it is very repetitive, not in a bad way, but I mean, it just kind of, it's easy to kind of get lost into the, you know, what the band's trying to put across. It's just very haunting and very, you know, chilling, and just kind of, I don't know, I seem to get lost in it the more I listen to it. I was in here jamming it the other day, just kind of, I don't know, just kind of rolling with it, man. It is pretty awesome. Really good album. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not saying it's like, oh my god, oh, it's so fucking great. You know, it's pretty fucking good. I just wouldn't put it up there yet. So yeah, there's that. That's my take on it. If you don't like it, now fuck me. Speaking of albums that I think are actually really, really good, not to knock that one, but this one I've been absolutely obsessing over lately. It's just, if I'm in here, it's getting played almost non-stop. Holy god. This is a Spectral Wound-Infernal Decadence. Came out this year on Vendetta Records. I believe they just put out the CD and the vinyl version. I can't think of the name of the label who put this out like originally on cassette, but it's like, you know, they're from Montreal and it's some French named label, so that's whatever. You would think they would have it on here, which they might somewhere, but it's whatever. But holy god, amazing fucking black metal. It's kind of my habit actually, like when I go in there in the bathroom to shave my head, and I'm always pulling up Bandcamp or something on my phone, and 9 times out of 10 this has been getting played lately. Just an absolutely amazing record. Strangely enough, I ordered a shirt of the album artwork, and it's actually got this on the back, which I would like to wear it sometime soon, but ordered it probably mid-September, and I just got an email this past Thursday saying that it finally shipped. I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to be like, what the fuck, do I have to email these dudes? I ordered it directly from the band, but, you know, I understand shit comes up and they're probably getting a lot of stuff, you know, ordered from them. But yeah, it's just kind of funny that I was beginning to think it gotten lost or something, and now here it is actually finally going to show up. The book has absolutely nothing but lyrics, so, but goddamn, this is an absolutely amazing black metal record. If you haven't had a chance to check this one out, do so immediately. Definitely go pick this one up. It's one of my favorites of the year by far. It's really, really high up there, man. I fucking love this record. Let me get some more water. God, I'm fucking dying. Cannot wait to get over this shit. This one is another one I've been sitting on since probably February, and just forgot all about it too. And it's another one that is kind of like, the earlier on in the year I was like, okay, I really need to talk about this one. Really need to talk about it. And it just kind of never happened. So here we are now. Unless I have talked about it, and in that case, just tell me. Really cool thrash album. Another Canadian band. This is Survival Instinct with Hellocaust. their album from last year, I do believe. Well, technically 2016. And that's kind of a funny story. So originally they named this album Hell's Angels, and apparently the motorcycle club was kind of like, that ain't gonna happen. You know, it's kind of a, I don't want to say it's like a trademark infringement or whatever you want to call it, but they just weren't having that. So I guess they re-released it as Holocaust the year later. Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is, but you know, that's kind of like whatever. But I don't know, pretty cool thing. But I mean, it's really straightforward thrash. The vocals are absolutely amazing on here. It's fucking killer. I think the dude who's playing drums for them on this record is playing drums for Zwerges, and I don't know if he's just doing double duty or he just kind of played on this album, but it's whatever. There's the back, and I really love this like Angel of Death type of thing going on here. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, there's that. I think we've got a photo of the band here inside the jewel case there. There's them playing live, but definitely go check this one out. If you're into any kind of thrash, like, you know, old school stuff, Kreator, Sodom, you know, really fast shit, you'll definitely dig this. They do have a new album out, but weirdly enough, when I was listening to it, I didn't really, and it could have just been where I was listening to it on my phone, but I just did not really care for the vocals. It's almost like he was having a hard time doing them. It wasn't like a production thing, but on here they sound fucking amazing. So again, it could have just been my phone cracking and breaking up and all that sort of shit, but yeah, awesome album. Go check that one out. Okay, so these next 4, or actually 5, have, everyone knows these, and I'm actually missing one. Hang on, sorry. I meant to pull this one out earlier. Everyone knows these bands, and it would be beyond me if you didn't know these bands. So, and it's kind of like, didn't want to talk about it, but these are reissues that are just so well done. I had to show these off. I'm just really, really pleased with these, and I'll just shut up and go ahead and show you. So, High Roller Records actually repressed or reissued a bunch of Destruction albums. It was the first 4 albums, and I think Sentence of Death EP, the Bad Butcher EP, and what is it, Live Without Sense? I believe it was all those. So, yeah, I was really happy because I was missing a lot of Destruction. I only had Eternal Devastation on vinyl, and that was really all I had. So it was like, they're a little expensive, but I had to get them. I couldn't get away from not doing it. It was like just an excuse to go pick them up. So I just got the first 4, and these are really well done. So we got Infernal Overkill, Eternal Destruction again, even though I already owned it, but it's whatever. Release from Agony, and Cracked Brain. So I really need to go back and get those other EPs in that live album, because the really cool thing about this I didn't know when I first ordered them is when you're putting them up on your CD shelf, kind of form the Destruction logo. So obviously I'm missing some. It's not fully spelling that out, but I mean I'm super pleased with this. They're really nice slipcases. They're all done in slipcase, and each one of them comes with a poster. I mean, it's just, so there's the slipcase. It's just so well done, and it's just these little mini posters. I won't show you every one of them because it's just album artwork for each one, and I think you've got some photos and stuff on the back of them. So there's Infernal Overkill. They're all this size, so I won't show you all the rest of them. So, I mean, you saw the album art, you know what they look like. And they're all like that. They just got photos on the back. So if you saw me showing the Eternal Devastation vinyl a few months back, these are pretty much exact copies of those, except for these are just on CD. So yeah, man, I'm super pleased with these. They just turned out so well. Really glad to have them. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about that. And there's another thing too with Cracked Brain. I love how you've got, you know, previous work on here. You've got Release from Agony over here on the TV, and the Mad Butcher over here on this poster or mirror or whatever it is. That's just, I love little fucking tidbits like that. So I mean, it's all the Destruction albums you really need, the first 4, and I definitely need to go. I probably will go back and get those other EPs, but I don't know, there's so much other shit, you know, dominating my attention right now. It's hard to say whether or not that'll actually happen, but yeah, man, just really, really happy with this. Just Destruction's been missing from my collection for years, and, you know, I finally got a big chunk knocked out of it, so I didn't put these back in order, did I? Anyway, there that is. Yep. This is going to fail miserably. But yeah, man, super happy about these. These are like some of the best things I've picked up this year. Really, really, really happy with that. And speaking of classic fucking German thrash, this one is one that I was like, holy God, finally. It's one that's just been missing from the collection. I don't know why. I just don't own much from this band. And they're one of my favorites, at least in terms of like old school thrash. This is Kreator-Pleasure to Kill. This is just the remastered version. Came out on Noise Records back, let's see, I think it was last year or the year before. This one's super sweet because it's a very nice digibook. And I love shit like this. I love getting stuff like this. Anytime I can find a digibook, I'm going to fucking pick it up. Been remastered, obviously. So there's the back. And it's got, I believe, the Flag of Hate EP. So that was a nice little bonus to have on there, which I will probably still go pick that up. I don't know why I don't have more Kreator. It's not that I don't, you know, it's just another one of those bands that I just cannot seem to get around to get in their stuff. It's not like I'm looking for any of the new shit either. I mean, it's just like, give me the old shit and I'll be fucking fine. At least the first three. So I'll go ahead and flip through this a little bit. It's got a ton of liner notes and photos and just kind of interviews with Millie, talking about, you know, how they wrote the album and all that, and all the little stories. So, I mean, that's really cool. And, of course, you got lyrics for all the songs, and it was just kind of, okay, here's like, oh, you know, we're coming off recording our first album, Endless Pain, and, you know, we're trying to look to do something different, you know, step it up a little, have a little more time in the studio. And then you got him breaking down every song and kind of talking about, you know, what this one's about, what's that about, you know, what happened in the studio while we're recording that or this. You know, it's just a lot to it, and it's just really, really nice. And the CD comes in this little kind of pocket here. So yeah, man, I'm really, really happy with this. I can't stress that enough. There's the CD. Everyone's seen that artwork. So yeah, man, got some really good hauls in terms of when it's coming to German thrash, so nice to finally knock these off the list for damn sure. What do we got next? Compilation. I've been meaning to show this one forever too. This one's been out for a good while now. Let me give it some more water. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking dying. I still need to pick up their new album, but it's whatever. I'll get around to it before the year's out, I hope. This is Ruin. Plague Transmissions Volume 1. Came out on Blood Harvest last year. This particular version is done by Horror Pain Gore Death Productions. As you can see there. Not much difference except it comes on a Pro CDR. And that's kind of like, really? But I didn't really check into it. I just looked at it and was like, if I gotta buy it. Just a compilation of some of their previously released stuff. And it's actually got it's got a cover by Discharge, which is really nice. What else? Yeah, man, just some pure California rotten heavy death, like Mortician style heavy. Not in terms of the way they sound, it's kind of more reminiscent of like Undergang or something like that. But the bass is so heavy and so big in the mix, it really reminds me a lot of Mortician just in terms of production style. So that kind of give you an idea of what they're all about, man. It's just really fucking badass. But like I said, still need the new album, but this was kind of a good something to kind of tide me over till I get around to picking that up. And I think I got this one for fairly cheap, and it might be just because it's the CDR version. There's the dudes there, and I believe we just have lyrics. I guess credits and all that sort of shit. So yeah, I've been meaning to, like I said, show this off for a while. This one's been out since, this version's been out since February. I believe Blood Harvest put this out, I want to say late last year, something like that. So it's whatever, man. It's been a long time coming, so finally got it. Alright, is this the last one? Damn, I guess it is. Another new death metal album, fucking just crazy with this one as well. This is the new one from Scorched-Ecliptic Butchery. Another ungodly, oppressively heavy album. Band's out of the Delaware, Philly area, somewhere up in that general vicinity. Brand new album on $20 spin. And that label's just been fucking killing it this year, man. Just so many good records coming from them. And it's really cool, man. I really love the kind of alien abduction, the whole sci-fi, like X-Files-y theme going on this record. That's just a really cool concept. I really like how they did that. There's the inside, and I think the book is just lyrics and nothing more. But it's kind of, I mean, it's not that big a deal, but you got the black on orangey red kind of offsets, and it's just, alright, I enjoy that. If you're not going to have anything, just at least make it colorful and pretty. So the cool thing about this is I was meaning to pick this one up anyway, and I just didn't get around to it, but it comes with the Excavated for Evisceration compilation, and I believe that one dropped just this year too, so the fact that they just kind of put it together, that really kind of helps. I would kind of like to go back and get it separately anyway, but it's whatever, probably won't, but yeah, it's just kind of a cool little add-on they threw in there, and I'm really pleased about that. So again, really fucking super heavy death metal. It's not like super groovy, it's got a little bit of technicality in it. It really reminds me of something like, I don't want to say Incantation necessarily, but something along those lines. It's kind of where, if you haven't listened to this yet. So yeah, really cool album, man. Definitely digging this one for sure. And I do believe that's it. Yeah, thanks for hanging in here with me choking and spitting and coughing and sneezing. Hopefully next time will be better, and hopefully I can get more into a groove of this shit, so sorry about that. It's really been an off year for me. I've only done like 20 videos or something like that this year, so my bad. I'll, at least going into 19, I'll definitely like to step it up and get back to my, one a week, but we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, definitely got plenty more to show. I've got some more stuff coming in, and by the time you even see this video, I'll probably have even more than that coming in, so definitely got enough to keep us going for a while, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Appreciate it.